All right, thanks, guys. The Grizzlies take on the Raptors, 7:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Toronto's minus 5.5, totals 218. We're 4-1 on our last 5 extra daily picks on BrockPage.com. And if you want to see which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at BrockPage.com. We're also hitting at 76% in our last 26 extra daily picks in that very same category I just mentioned. And if you want to access today's extra daily pick, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. We currently have over 1,035 members who are signed up and active on that site. And if you find yourself really enjoying this video here today, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button, smash that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and join the Brock Page family. I'd love to connect with you on a daily basis. Now, Toronto's going to work here without Goran Dragic. They may also have to go to work without OG Anunoby and Gary Trent Jr. Both are questionable for tonight's game. The Raptors lost their last 2 straight, and they also dropped 7 out of their last 10. And out of those 10 ball games I just mentioned, the Raptors covered the point spread in just 30% of those contests. Toronto's in the bottom 3 in they're in the bottom 3 in defending the 3 ball at home. They're also in the bottom 5 in defensive field goal percentage. Now, one final thing to add here, the Raptors have really struggled on their home court. They're just 2-7 straight up at the Scotiabank Arena, and they successfully covered the point spread just once in those home games. Now, they're taking on a Memphis squad who won 4 out of their last 7, and they rank in the top 10 in scoring. Dillon Brooks is averaging over 18.5 points a night, 3 rebounds, couple assists for Brooks. Meanwhile, Desmond Bane is averaging 15 points a game himself, 3 boards, couple assists for Dez. Bane's also drilling nearly 40% of his three-pointers. The Grizzlies are in the top 5 in offensive rebounding. Now, injury-wise, Ja Morant is out indefinitely with a knee. Williams and Merrill are questionable. And when it comes to the total in this one, Memphis saw their last 7 straight all get over the number. The Grizzlies are officially 60% to the over for the entire season. Meanwhile, Toronto saw 7 out of their last 9 get over the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward Memphis plus 5.5 over 218. Next game, Knicks, Nets, 7:30 p.m. East. Brooklyn's minus 6.5, totals 216. And as good as they've been, the Nets have actually done a really poor job of covering the number here recently. Brooklyn's just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 ball games, 30% against the number at the Barclays Center this year. The Nets have also done a bad job of rebounding the basketball. They're in the bottom 10 in offensive rebounding, bottom 5 in defensive rebounding at home. The Nets also have failed to cover the point spread in 7 out of their last 10 meetings with the Knicks. And speaking of New York, they've gotten the W in 4 out of their last 7. The Knicks also play their best basketball away from home, 6-3 straight up this year when traveling. New York currently leads the NBA in road defensive field goal percentage. Now, scoring-wise, Julius Randle scoring nearly 20 points a game, along with 10 boards, 5 assists. Evan Fournier is also scoring over 13 points a night himself, along with 3 rebounds. The Knicks are currently in the top 5 in home offensive rebounding, top 10 in shooting the 3 ball. Now, injury-wise, Rose, Gibson, Noel, and Barrett, they're all listed as questionable for New York. When it comes to the total in this one, the Knicks are 7-2 to the under on the road, 65% to the under for the entire season. Meanwhile, the Nets went 70% to the under on their home court. I'm going to lean toward the Knicks plus 6.5, under 216. Next ball game, Warriors, Suns, 10 o'clock Eastern start time. Phoenix is -2, totals 222.5. But as dominant as the Suns have been, they did fail to cover the number in 5 out of their last 8 ball games. The Suns have also struggled in a few areas defensively. They're in the bottom 10 in defensive three-point percentage at home. They're also in the bottom 5 in fourth quarter points allowed, really breaking down late in games. They're taking on a Golden State team who's 18-2 on the season. They lost only one road game this year. Equally as impressive, the Warriors are covering 80% of their ball games for the entire year. Golden State's currently in the top 3 in scoring, top 5 in shooting the 3-ball. Steph Curry scoring over 28.5 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists for Steph. He's also drilling nearly 43% of his three-pointers. Meanwhile, Andrew Wiggins is dropping 19 points a game himself, along with 4 rebounds. Now, defensively, Golden State leads the NBA in fewest points allowed per contest. They're giving up just 100 points a game, and they're number 1 in defensive field goal percentage as well. Now, injury-wise, Iguodala is questionable. Lee is out. Meanwhile, for Phoenix, Nader and Saric are both still out for them. When it comes to the total in this one, 8 out of Phoenix's last 10 meetings with Golden State fell under the number. Meanwhile, the Warriors are 6-2 to the under when traveling, 70% to the under for the entire season. I'm going to lean toward Golden State +2, under 222.5. Next matchup, Pistons, Blazers, 10 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Portland's -9, totals 215.5. The Blazers are amongst the best home teams in the association. They're 9-1 straight up at the Moda Center, 70% against the number in those contests. The Blazers are in the top 3 in home scoring, top 3 in home three-point percentage. Dame Lillard is scoring 21.5 points a game, 4 rebounds, 7 assists for Dame time. Meanwhile, CJ McCollum's drilling 40% of his three-pointers, 20 points a night and 4 rebounds for CJ. The Blazers have also been really good rebounding the basketball. They're in the top 10 in home offensive rebounding, top 3 in home defensive rebounding as well. They're taking on a Pistons team who's winning just 20% of their road games. They find themselves in the middle of a 6-game losing streak. Detroit's dead last in offensive field goal percentage, dead last in offensive rebounding. Detroit scoring just 99 points a game. They're shooting only 29% from beyond the arc. Now, defensively, the Pistons are also dead last in defensive field goal percentage as well. And when it comes to the injury report, Olynyk and Livers are both still out. Meanwhile, for Portland, Norm Powell has been battling a quad injury. When it comes to the total in this one, 4 out of Portland's last 5 got over the number. 70% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, 5 out of Detroit's last 9 outings got over the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward Portland -9, over 215.5. Next and final matchup, it is going to be Lakers-Kings, 10 o'clock East. LA's -5, totals 227. The Lakers failed to cover in 7 out of their last 10 ball games, 3-5 straight up on the road this year. LA struggled defensively this season as well. They're in the bottom 3 in points allowed per contest, dead last in defensive rebounding. They're taking on a Sacramento team who won 2 out of their last 3, and they do a real nice job of scoring. They're currently in the top 10 in offensive points per game. De'Aaron Fox is dropping over 20 points a night, 3 rebounds, 5 assists for the guard. Meanwhile, Buddy Hield is scoring over 17 points a night himself, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Buddy. The Kings are in the top 3 in the league in second quarter scoring. Now, injury-wise, Barnes, Harkless, and Holmes are questionable for Sacramento. Meanwhile, for the Lakers, Davis and Bradley are questionable for them. When it comes to the total in this one, LA's last 3 straight got over the line, 70% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, Sacramento saw their last 3 straight get over the posted total themselves, 60% to the over in their last 10 meetings with Los Angeles. I'm going to lean towards Sacramento +5, over 227. With that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap, powered to you by my website at brockpage.com, where we are 4-1 in our last 5 extra daily picks. I like Memphis +5.5, over 218. Knicks +6.5, under 216. Golden State +2, under 222.5. Portland -9, over 215 and a hook. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are hitting at 76% in our last 26 extra daily picks on BrockPage.com. I'm going to lean towards Sacramento +5 over 227. With that, guys, now it's time for our shout out of the day. And that's going to go to Trap Lord Bando, who said yesterday, "Damn, son." All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on BrockPage.com. Now, guys, real quick, if you end up getting a membership here today on my website, just keep in mind, we utilize the Patreon platform. And Patreon's billing cycle, basically what they do is they bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on BrockPage.com, you're going to get billed today, and then you're going to get billed again tomorrow. So don't sign up for a membership today. I know that sounds crazy. I know my job is to get you in. Don't sign up for a package today. It's not in your best interest. What is in your best interest is to sign up early in the month. So once again, Patreon's going to bill you the day you sign up, then the first of every month following that. Don't sign up for a membership here today. Wait until tomorrow. Sign up on December 1st, and you're going to get complete max value access all the way through the end of the year. That's right. So I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. I'll tell you what, if it doesn't, there's no need, I don't know how to put it. It's just not in my best interest for you to sign up today and then get billed again tomorrow. That's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. And there's really like no value there. So I got to throw it out there, man. I just got to be honest with you. But anyway, guys, most importantly, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy, what day is today? Happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at BrockPage.com.